so passionate about dyslexia is because of being a dyslexic person myself. I feel like I really understand that we have a responsibility to change the narrative.
The reason I feel so passionate about dyslexia is because I am dyslexic myself. I truly understand what it feels like, and I believe we all have a responsibility to change the narrative. The royal family has once again found itself at the center of controversy, and this time, Princess Beatrice is right in the middle of it. In a deeply emotional moment, she broke down in tears while making a shocking revelation about her father, Prince Andrew. What exactly did she reveal that left even those closest to her stunned? And why is the truth far worse than anyone imagined? Join us as we uncover the heartbreaking reality behind Princess Beatrice's emotional confession, and why it may be more serious than it first appeared. A special kind of princess. Since her birth in 1988, Princess Beatrice has lived under constant public scrutiny. As the first daughter of Prince Andrew and seventh in line to the throne, she was expected to follow royal traditions, attending events and fulfilling duties from a young age. However, Beatrice never fully accepted the idea of living a life limited by royal protocol. From an early age, she showed a strong desire to explore life beyond palace walls. Her education path was also slightly different. She began at St. George's School in Ascot and later studied history at Goldsmiths, University of London. Instead of relying solely on her royal identity, she chose to build her own path. She worked as an intern at Sony Pictures to gain experience in the entertainment industry, and later moved into finance and business development, contributing to various corporate projects. For Beatrice, building her own professional identity became just as important as her royal role, perhaps even more. When she lived in New York, she didn't choose a celebrity lifestyle. Instead, she kept a low profile, even using the name Beatrice York, allowing her to live more freely and focus on her work. In a city full of celebrities, she managed to blend in and build genuine friendships outside the royal circle, something quite different from traditional royal life. Even her charity work was deeply personal. She focused on causes close to her heart, including education, dyslexia awareness, and mental health. For her, it was never just about appearances. She truly listened and engaged. Her personal life followed the same pattern. While royal relationships are often highly public, she managed to keep her relationship with Edoardo Mapelli Mazzi private in the early stages. When they married in 2020 during the pandemic, the ceremony was small and intimate, attended only by close family. Instead of global media coverage, they shared only a few official photos. As a mother, she maintained the same approach. When her daughter was born in 2021, the announcement was warm but low-key, showing her desire to protect her family from constant public attention. That doesn't mean she ignored her royal responsibilities. She still attended key family events and public appearances when needed, but her personal, professional, and charitable choices made one thing clear. She wanted more than just a title. She was slowly redefining what it meant to be a modern princess. She didn't reject tradition, but she didn't let it define her completely either. To many, she became a relatable royal, someone who balanced privilege with real-world experience. For years, it seemed like she had successfully created that balance. But that balance was more fragile than it appeared, because no matter how independent she became, she was still part of a family constantly under public scrutiny. And in the royal world, privacy can disappear the moment a crisis begins. What happens when a life she built collides with a crisis she cannot control? The storm arrives. In 2019, that storm finally arrived. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested on charges of trafficking minors in New York. His arrest reopened intense scrutiny, and soon, powerful names associated with him began to surface, including Prince Andrew. The media exploded, and pressure on the royal family intensified. In November 2019, Prince Andrew gave a televised interview in an attempt to defend himself. Instead of calming the situation, it made things worse. His responses were widely criticized for lacking empathy. One particular claim: that he couldn't sweat due to a medical condition, was mocked and damaged his credibility even further. The real turning point came in 2022 when a U.S. court rejected his attempt to dismiss a civil lawsuit. This shocked the public and reinforced the idea that no one is above the law. Behind all the headlines, the emotional impact was devastating, especially for Beatrice. Her carefully built life was now being shaken by a scandal she had no control over. Every new development added pressure, making even public appearances more difficult. The balance she had worked so hard to maintain began to collapse. Staying silent felt safer, but also unbearable. Speaking out carried risks that could make things worse. No matter what she did, the scandal followed her. It was no longer just about reputation. It had become deeply personal.